And in this part 2, we're just gonna go through live after the surgery, right? Or during the surgery. What happened during the surgery and after the surgery. Okay, and so moving on from where we stopped in the part 1. So on the day of the surgery, I received a lot of love, TLC, tender loving care, and my sweet husband was there. And I didn't see the part that before the surgery, I had a 30-day fasting, liquid fast. And I wasn't supposed to eat or drink, just take protein shakes, protein like eggs, but you were only supposed to take that maybe once a day. There was a limit to what you eat. You just needed to do dry fast so that it would shrink your liver and so that the surgery would go on. And so there is a way your liver would, if your liver is not shrink to a certain level, they might cancel the surgery. And at the time, the job I was doing at the time required a lot of traveling. And so I was going to travel in April. I actually traveled in February, because I remember on Valentine's Day, I was in Michigan. And so I traveled, even though I knew I was waiting for this surgery. At the time, I didn't have my surgery date. I think it was in March that I got my surgery date. It was going to be on the 1st of May. And so I was in Michigan in February. I was in New York in March, and then I was in Oklahoma in April. And so my Oklahoma trip coincided with when I was supposed to do the liquid fast, because I remember I was in Oklahoma on the 14th of April, and I came back. I left Oklahoma on the 17th of April, and my surgery was supposed to be on the 1st of May. And so I was doing a 30-day liquid fast, actually 28 days. And so I cheated when I was in Oklahoma. I had opportunity to eat. So that was the only time I cheated, because other time I was sticking to the liquid fasts. Oh my gosh, it was really difficult, because this is someone that likes her food. She loves her food. And then all of a sudden she has to go through the liquid fast. You don't need to eat. It was not easy for me, but I was so determined. I knew this was what I wanted, and I was gonna go for it, And so anyways, so on the day of the surgery, we ended the part 1. So they wheeled me into the theater, the surgery room, and I remember the anesthesiologist came in and was talking with me and was telling me what will be done. Even before they wheeled me into the room, he came to meet me outside. And then when they wheeled me, he also was talking with me, And before I knew what, I didn't remember anything again. And the next thing, I woke up in the room, the recovery room, my hospital bed, and I was in so much pain. That is the worst pain ever. It just felt like, I remember I had the surgery in 2021. This surgery my weight loss surgery was 100% painful than the one I had in 2021, even though that surgery in 2021 was not easy for me at the time. But this is a picture of me before the surgery in 2021. At the time, I didn't have the scars I have on my stomach right now. And after the surgery, I had a lot of keloids. I had a lot of marks on my stomach, which I still have till today. I'm going to work on that also when I'm ready, And then you can see my picture. This was when I was at the hot spring. I was looking all, I was feeling myself. But right now, I can't even wear such a swimwear because I don't want my stomach to be exposed, But yeah, so after my weight loss surgery last year, because they're going to do tiny holes on your stomach. They did like 6 on mine, and I still have a little Kellogg's, like those little holes on my stomach up till now, so but very soon I'm gonna work on that. I'll carry you guys along. So anyways, I woke up in the recovery room. I was really, really in pain. My gosh. I was in so much pain. I couldn't even drink anything. I couldn't take down my medication. You can see my husband trying to feed me the liquid. Oh my gosh, my darling husband, Jed. I love you so much. You've defined what love is. Like, I really, really appreciate you, darling. And so my husband was there with me all through. I think I ended up spending 3 nights in the hospital, and it was, I still can't remember, was it 2 nights or 3 nights? Anyway, it was there with me all through the night. He was taking care of me, trying to make sure I take my liquid in, take my injections. It was not easy at all. I couldn't take anything in. I was throwing up. My gosh. Like, I was looking at this very delicious looking ice cream kind of thing. They were even like, okay, take this thing that is sugary. I couldn't. I just could not take anything. I was throwing down my medications. I was throwing down the liquid. I couldn't take water. I couldn't take colored water or like lighted water. I couldn't take anything, and so that was why they told me, if you're not able to take liquid, you're gonna be here in the hospital, and I wanted to live there so bad. So I tried my best. It just wasn't easy for me, and so with time, what does it say about time heals? With time, before I knew what was happening, I was able to take down 1 spoon of liquid, 2 spoons, and then they said always go on walks, and so this was one of our walks when Jed was taking me working in the hospital premises. We walked around. We're always going on little walks. It was so painful. I couldn't even walk on my own. Oh my gosh, that surgery, and so anyways, after the rain comes the sun, and it was time for the sun. It was time to go home, and we went home. They finally discharged me. We went home. We came home, and yeah, I started going through the healing process. It was not easy. I couldn't eat. This was blessing that loves our food, and here I am. Look at food. I can't eat. I couldn't eat for a long time. Like, it got to a point, there was, after like 5 days after the surgery, Jed had to take me to the ER because it felt like I was so, like, I wasn't myself, and so we were like, let's go and see if I have blood clot or things like that. And then we went to the hospital. This was when we went in. They did all the tests. They said I was okay, and this was when we're coming out of the hospital, and it wasn't really an easy process. But after a while, the rain left and the sun shone. I started getting myself. I made sure I took in my liquid. Protein shake is very important. If you go through the surgery, you want to take in your proteins. I was taking my vitamins, my proteins. You have to eat a lot of, if it's meat, whatever gives you protein, eggs, fish, meat, like protein, and then the protein shake at the beginning, I couldn't stand it. Like, I got tired of it, but that is what you really need after this surgery. And then I got all those, my vitamins. I got several vitamins. I think I will go take a picture of it and post so you can see. I got different vitamins that I ended up not taking. I finally got the one you take 1 a day, and so that was the one I started. I don't like medication, so that was the one I became comfortable taking, and then after like 2 weeks, I went for my first doctor's appointment. And so this was us, I and Jed, right outside after of my visit to the
baby,
doctor. You
are
can hear
shocked.
Jed saying, "Oh, you lost 25 pounds already." I was like, "Stop talking." You know, that was just 2 weeks after the surgery. At the time, I was losing so well. I was losing well. I had lost 25 pounds just 2 weeks after the surgery, you know, and I was feeling light. I could just see it, you know, and so anyways, I don't want this video to get too long, but yeah, so that's just basically what happened, you know, during the surgery. And then after my first doctor's appointment, I was supposed to keep, you know, going. They would check my stomach, you know, check my weight. My doctor was like, "Oh my gosh, you're doing really good," you know. As of today, apart from the fact that I've lost a lot of weight, you can see there were also non-weight victories. You can see I can easily fold my legs. You can see how I fold. I've been folding my legs since I've been doing this video, and it's so comfortable. You know, those are some of the non-weight victory, you know, not just the non-scale victory, you know. So there are non-scale victories. Sometimes you check your weight and you say, "Oh, I'm not losing as much as I want," but there are other things. Maybe when you take your measurement of your waist, your hips, you know, I know what my hips used to be and now it has reduced. I want to keep reducing. There's some people that will say, "Oh, you look good like this." That is no, I know what I want for myself, okay? And I'm gonna try my best to achieve that. You know, I've not been losing as much as I want for a while now, you know, but I'm very grateful. In the part 3, I'm gonna say, do I regret the surgery? Am I happy about the surgery? I'm gonna just say, what is life after the surgery? Okay. So watch out for the part 3, the final part of my weight loss surgery, my journey, my experiences, all I went through during my gastric sleeve surgery. Bye for now. See you in the part 3.